Okay, so this is going to be just a shorter video with the people from the front view, since we have a little bit of footage from that. So we're going to start with the red boat, Ernie and Sandra and Tara. So Ernie, again, your top hand's kind of going in real fast, getting negative, and also your recovery is just generally a little bit high. We want to try and keep it a little bit lower. So your hand comes up much higher than Sandra. And at the end of your stroke, you start bending that elbow there, right? So it straightens out, it's great, but at the end, you bring it in close to you. You want to keep it out in front of you. And then Tara, we can also again see the difference in your body movement between you and Sandra. Sometimes it's better than others. All right, this is a pretty short clip. So we'll have one here for me. So one thing you can notice is where, like, how I exhale with every stroke, and it's a nice slow exhale. You don't need to puff up your cheeks like I do, but that's just, what I do. So again, this is about how far I stacked. The camera angle is going to make it look like it's not as stacked as it is. This is pretty good. It could be a little bit better, but it's pretty good. We can see it compared to other ones later. And then again, Tara, a little bit faster, I think, coming back to the front. I think a couple times that your top end. Occasionally, it gets up there a little bit later than everyone else. And then Dina also, like, a little bit late on the top hand there on that side. So we have Karen. And so you can see, by comparison, Sandra, you can stack your top end a little bit more. Again, the camera is going to make it look like less than it is, but we can get over, compared to mine, you can get a little bit more.
Easy, light and easy.
Looks pretty good. Just want to make sure we don't look down.
Easy.
And I think, Karen, you lean over a little bit on the edge on that side.
50%.
But notice that the recovery, Karen, is arms generally stay straight in front of you, so that's good. That's what we want to aim for. There we go. We have Steve. So Steve, your recovery, you get, again, mentioned in your other video, but you get close to your head and you kind of a bent elbow here. We want to keep it out more in front of you, and then that elbow should be more kind of pointed downwards rather than like sideways that way. So that's one thing we can work on. And then again, stacking the top hands over here. We have some timing a little bit later in the back here. It's Dina and Marvin. And then again, try and match those bodies. All right. So yeah, see, we're gonna work on that top hand. And then here's Alan going through the turn. So Alan, you're much better than you used to before. Like your top hand gets out in front of you at the beginning of the stroke. You still occasionally kind of during your recovery, you kind of bring it up. Not quite as much as Steve, but kind of the similar idea. And then Alan, I think you tend to have a little bit of paddle twist on your right side too sometimes. That doesn't look quite square. I guess it's kind of hard to see from the video here. But you definitely come over from the side like a little bit more on the right. So watch out for that. Sandra, as just a general note, you stack a little bit better on your left side. On the right side, it was a little bit more angled. So good job here on the left. Again, we're just trying to keep that top hand straight, and as you recover, avoid doing this bend to pick it up. You want to just keep the paddle out in front of you a little bit more. And also just look up a little bit more. I think sometimes you look down. So on this boat, we have Barbara and Dawna in the front. And then, so again, Barbara, we can see that inside-outside wiggle, that swagger you like to call it. And then one thing also, just as we're noticing in the boat, Chelsea, you have a tendency to have a really high top hand. Also Marvin sometimes too, and I guess New is a little bit high up there. It shouldn't be significantly over your head, like maybe forehead level or so.
One click down in power. One click down.
Let's see. So Barbara, I think one thing you can do is, it looks like you're pulling over to the side a little bit here, and let's back it up a little bit. You want to make sure when you exit, you kind of pull all the way straight to the back and not out to the side here. And then I think, Barbara, for your top hand, your top hand stays pretty, it kind of gets back to like your your face and then kind of back out here, you can bring it over across just a little bit more, like to your shoulder is fine. You can make a slightly bigger shoulder. That will help you with your outside arm. That will make it a little bit easier for you to recover with the outside arm, nice and low. So you can allow yourself to bring it back maybe around here or so, and then kind of cross. But you can play around with that to see how that works. But yeah, definitely on this side, we have higher top ends on the right. And then you just want to watch out for the elbow bend when we pick it up. Should stay nice and in front of you. Should be also Dawna and Barbara again on this side.
I like your turning face,
and so Carol also want to watch out for that paddle twist. Want to make sure it's nice and square up in the front. And a little bit more stacked also. Barbara looks pretty good right here. Looks really good.
I don't know if I got that on video.
It's a pretty short one. Let's see. Yeah, so just looks kind of same thing. So Barbara, you on this side, we're not looking straight down this one, but you definitely go outside and inside to do that stroke. You want to try and keep it a little bit smoother. Okay, that's it.